Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. The sun is shining here today in Ottawa, which is amazing. For those who don't know me, my name is Denise. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, and I've decided to start a Vlogmas for the season of December. I am on day 16. I'm caught up. I caught up yesterday, and I'm going to post that video today because I didn't get a chance to post it yesterday. So I'm all caught up, so I only have one package to open today. So this is the one. Let's get going on this, and then I can talk a little bit more about some projects. So day 16. So again, this is Leo and Roxy. And it's their totally tubular 80s themed advent. So it's been lots of fun. Oh, this is cool. A lot of earth colors. So this is today's colors. Beautiful. And it is a sock weight. It's 80/20 sock. And it's called Anybody Want a Peanut? So that's from Princess Bride, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so that's fantastic. All right. So that's today's. I wanted to talk a little bit about one of my projects because I'm hoping to finish it today. So maybe tomorrow or Monday, I'll be able to show you the full finished piece. When I first started knitting again, so I knit a little bit when I was a kid and then I stopped. And when I picked it up again, it was when I was, when my kids were getting older and I had more time on my hands. And there was a group of knitters in the office that they would get together. I believe it was on Wednesdays or Thursdays. And they would get together on lunch and would knit. So I just started kind of getting some more interest into it and decided to do that. And my manager at the time, Crystal, was a big knitter. So she really helped get me started on everything, which was awesome. So early on, when I started knitting again a few years back, I picked up a kit from Knit Picks. I was ordering some things from Knit Picks because I like the way that they packaged their kits and stuff. It was just very simple, very easy. I didn't have to do too much thinking of what yarn I'm going to use for what project. They had all these things set up. So they had one that was called the Hue Shift Afghan. So it's an Afghan and the colors kind of fade into each other. And there's a lot of, well, there's different tones that you can choose from. I think they still have the kits available. And there's like more, I would call kind of like baby sort of colors where they're very pastel. There's another one that's kind of earth tone colors. And then there's the jewel one, which is the one I bought. And there used to be another one as well, but I can't quite remember what it looked like. I'm trying to think now, but I don't recall. So I chose the jewel one because I do like the deep reds and the deep pinks and purples and greens and blues, like the darker colors. So I went with the jewel color. I had started it, I set it aside. I didn't pick it up again for quite a while. And this year I decided that I really wanted to finish all of my projects. I wanted to start January 1st, like clean slate, no whips, no work in progress, have everything sort of completed. And so this is really my last one that I really need to finish for this year. I did start, a blanket with using my Advent or not a blanket, sorry, a hat with my Advent, and I am working on a gnome, but I'm not really considering those ones because I started those in the month of December. And my hat, I decided to rip it back completely and start over because I didn't quite like the order of the colors that I had chosen. And I'm still trying to think about how I'm gonna order up my colors, but yeah, so I'm not really counting those. So I will show you my Afghan. It's still a work in progress. I'm now working on the border. I might just get up for this because it's quite big. Let me get this going here. All right, so the blanket, the Afghan, so it kind of starts off. Oh, I think I'm losing my needle. There we go. All right, so it kind of starts off with these pinks. And if you're looking at it diagonally, oh, and Puppy has it now. Oh, no, Lucy, no. And if you kind of look at it diagonally, it eventually goes to sort of this like green color. So it's beautiful. And you actually knit it up in 4 different pieces. I'm going to lift it up now because Puppy is all interested. So the way that it's worked up is that you do these 4 pieces, and they are 5x5 squares. And you start with your first square, and then depending on where you are, I kind of went up in rows. So you pick up from your last square and then you cast on, and it's a double center decrease. So it just kind of goes kind of on an angle. The decrease is on an angle. And you do that. And so you're constantly picking up. So the 4 big pieces that were 5x5, there's not a lot of sewing. There's no sewing involved. You're really just picking up those ones, but then you have to take all 4 pieces and sew them together. And when I was trying to, like, I gave it a good push in the month of November, because with Love and Stitches membership, they had, the month of November was a finish your whips kind of month. So I really gave it a good push. I knew I wouldn't get it done for November, but I really wanted to try and like get as far as I could with it. And the only piece that I was really left was one of the 5x5 pieces for the month of December. And I had started it. I had about 10 or so squares done, so I only have 15 to do. But and the pattern will tell you exactly how to stripe it, because sometimes you're striping and other times there's solid blocks. And it'll tell you like, okay, you're supposed to start with your pink, and then it goes to your purple, pink, purple, pink, purple. I did not, my last one, I did not quite follow. I guess when I started, I always like started it with the pattern and then I put the pattern away because I was like, okay, in my mind, I know this is what I have to do. And so early December, I just didn't really look at my pattern and I just started to knit my square and I finished the entire piece. When I went to go piece them together, I realized that the colors didn't quite line up. So let me see if I can show you what I mean. And then I ended up fudging it a little bit. I like to call it fudging. I think that's what the term is, but I kind of played around with it so that it wouldn't be as noticeable. But yes, okay. So this is the one end. So it's all, you know, the first row here is pink. It goes to the dark green, pink, a lighter green, pink, this turquoise color, a darker blue color. And then it goes to the really dark blue. And then this is where I seamed it. When I went to go seam it, these squares did not have the pink at the top. They actually had the purple, then, you know, the plum color, the, you know, the red, the maroon color, the red, and then the pink, obviously. So it didn't have that solid line of pink. So when I stitched it up together, I ended up kind of doing one of these little shifts. So it's not really noticeable at the base of it. And I picked up all my stitches on the one side and I did 2 rows of pink. So at least like the solid line at the top would be the same, because if not, it would go all pink. And then every row would be a different color on the other half of the Afghan, which is really not what I wanted. So it's not perfect because, for example, if you look at the second row here, sorry, this is so awkward to do. So see how it's all red, red, red. Then it goes red, turquoise, right? Red, red. It goes purple. You see what I mean? So it's like purple, red, and then it's the other one. So it's not the red that's all the way across where it's supposed to be all the red. Now it's a big Afghan. It uses a whole bunch of different colors, and I don't think anyone is really going to know. And I really did not want to rip it back. It wasn't going to bother me to the point where I needed to rip it back completely. So that is that. So I'm hoping to finish this blanket today, and I'm going to be working on some Advent knitting as well, and working on my gnome, because I want to try and get caught up on my gnome. So that's it for today. I will let you go because it's already 9 minutes into the video, and I will talk to you guys later. So have a great day today, and I hope you guys are enjoying whatever projects you're working on if you are knitters. Thanks. Have a great time. Bye.